What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Church Buddy B back with another video. Today we're gonna learn about Juneteenth. So happy Juneteenth to everybody. Now, I thought it was just a Texas thing, but I want to make this video to learn more because I don't celebrate holidays, but y'all know I love learning history about stuff. I love to continue to learn something new, and hey, it might help somebody, it might change somebody's mind, or somebody learn something. Like, I want to see what this all about. But hope you're having a blessed day, man. It's been a busy week, but hey, God allow us to make it through. So let's get into the video, and y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think of this video. If y'all know about Juneteenth in the comment section, hey, tell me something. Let me know, because I'm always willing to learn, and that's part of being on this channel, is learning and growing. So let's get it.
One day, while hiding in the kitchen, Charlotte Brooks overheard a life-changing secret. At the age of 17, she'd been separated from her family and taken to Holy Kneeland's Texas plantation. There, she was made to do housework at the violent whims of her enslavers. On that fateful day, she learned that slavery had recently been abolished, but Kneeland conspired to keep this a secret from those he enslaved. Hearing this, Brooks stepped out of her hiding spot, proclaimed her freedom, spread the news throughout the plantation, and ran. That night, she returned for her daughter, Tempe, and before Kneeland's spiteful bullets could find them, they were gone for good. For more than 2 centuries, slavery defined what would become the United States, from its past as the 13 British colonies to its growth as an independent country. Slavery fueled its cotton industry and made it a leading economic power. 10 of the first 12 presidents enslaved people, and when U.S. chattel slavery finally ended, it was a long and uneven process. Enslaved people resisted from the beginning by escaping, breaking tools, staging rebellions, and more. During the American Revolution, Vermont and Massachusetts abolished slavery, while several states took steps towards gradual abolition. In 1808, federal law banned the import of enslaved African people, but it allowed the slave trade to continue domestically. Approximately 4 million people were enslaved in the U.S. when Abraham Lincoln was elected president in 1860. Lincoln opposed slavery, and though he had no plans to outlaw it, his election caused panic in southern states, which began withdrawing from the Union. They vowed to uphold slavery and formed the Confederacy, triggering the start of the American Civil War. A year into the conflict, Lincoln abolished slavery in Washington, D.C., legally freeing more than 3,000 people. And 5 months later, he announced...
So, just think about that, because Abraham Lincoln did get assassinated. So it makes sense why he got assassinated, and I can't remember who replaced him. I can't think of the dude that replaced him, vice president, but that do make sense if he allowed them to be free in Washington, D.C. Because we know that the North is where, like, all the people from all the slaves in the South go, was to head north, because that were a majority of freedom was for black people during that time. So it makes sense that he got assassinated because he freed the slaves in Washington, D.C. And I didn't know that. I'm learning about politics, right? I'm learning about politics and stuff like that. And the Confederate, I'm learning that the Confederate people was, back in the day, it wasn't no particular, like, Democrat or Republican that I know of. I'm still learning, but it's like the Confederate turned to, I think, Democrats, but it still wasn't no Republicans. I don't know, but somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but while taking time to learn about how I'm learning how the Democrats and the Republicans were formed. So as much as I know now is that the Confederates, we know with races and stuff like that, that they turned into the Democrats, and the Republicans. I'm learning about when the Republican actually became the Republicans. I'm still learning about that part. So as far as I'm learning that the Democrats was like a offspring from they come from the Confederates fighting against slavery. But I ain't a politic person, but that's what I'm learning in history right now. So I don't know. So it is making sense that they knocked off George. They knocked off this president because he setting African Americans free in Washington D.C. Okay, it makes sense. I'm sorry I went a little bit tangent, but it's all coming together because I'm learning about politics and stuff like that, and learning about what history of different things forming into what we have now with Democrats and Republicans, and how they play like a big thing of politics right now with how each side was formed, and it's another next thing I gotta learn about is the independent people that I consider independent, and it's another party, political party. I just can't think the name of it, because you got the Democrats, you got the Republican, you got the Independents, and it's another party. I don't know the name of it. I have to go back and look it up because I don't remember the name of it. But I just wanted to say a little tangent because it makes sense why he got assassinated.
The Emancipation Proclamation.
Okay.
It promised freedom to the 3.5 million people enslaved in Confederate states. But it would only be fulfilled if the rebelling states didn't rejoin the Union by January 1st, 1863. And it bore no mention of the roughly 500,000 people in bondage in the border states of Delaware, Maryland, Kentucky, and Missouri that hadn't seceded. When the Confederacy refused to surrender, Union soldiers began announcing emancipation. But many southern areas remained under Confederate control, making it impossible to actually implement abolition throughout the South. The war raged on for 2 more years, and on January 31st, 1865, Congress passed the 13th Amendment. It promised to end slavery throughout the U.S., except as punishment for a crime. But to go into effect, 27 states would have to ratify it first. Meanwhile, the Civil War virtually ended with the surrender of Confederate General Robert E. Lee on April 9, 1865. But although slavery was technically illegal in all southern states, it still persisted in the last bastions of the Confederacy. There, enslavers like Neyland continued to evade abolition until forced. This was also the case when Union General Gordon Granger marched his troops into Galveston, Texas on June 19th and announced that all enslaved people there were officially free and had been for more than 2 years. Still, at this point,
so they been free for 2 years, and these people still didn't get the memo, or they didn't, or they had to enforce. They had to literally go to Texas and enforce this stuff for these people to stop them from being still slaves. I'm guessing, because this is crazy. 2 years they didn't announce it. Well, that makes sense because they don't want it to end. Of course they didn't announce it, but that's crazy. 2 years later, and these people have to literally go down to Galveston and let the people know, hey man, y'all free. What y'all doing?
People remained legally enslaved in the border states. It wasn't until more than 5 months later, on December 6, 1865, that the 13th Amendment was finally ratified. This formally ended chattel slavery in the U.S. Because official emancipation was a staggered process, people in different places commemorated it on different dates.
Oh, okay.
Those in Galveston, Texas, began celebrating Juneteenth, a combination of June and 19th,
Okay.
on the very first anniversary of General Granger's announcement. Over time, smaller Juneteenth gatherings gave way to large parades, and the tradition eventually became the most widespread of emancipation celebrations. But while chattel slavery had officially ended, racial inequality, oppression, and terror had not. Celebrating emancipation was itself an act of continued resistance, and it wasn't until 2021 that Juneteenth became a federal holiday. Today, Juneteenth holds profound significance as a celebration of the demise of slavery, the righteous pursuit of true freedom for all, and a continued pledge to remember the past and dream the future. People resisted slavery in the U.S. as long.
Okay. All right. So okay. So different places have Juneteenth. Well, different places celebrate. Okay, celebrate different. Okay, and here in Texas, it's June 19th. Okay. Wow. Okay. See, that's why I love when I learn about stuff. And shout out to Brownie. You know she is my friend. We had a conversation. And I was like, you know, you gave me an idea to look up the history and why it's called Juneteenth. I was told little snippets of why it was Juneteenth, but like actually learning the history, put it all together. I think it was worth it. So shout out to Brownie. She knows she is for giving me the idea to do this on Juneteenth. But to me, man, I celebrate Black History every day, man. 'Cause majority of everything we invented was by Black people. Remote control, the traffic light. I just found out that the dry cleaners were made by a Black man. The broom, what's it called? The dustpan, what was it called? The broom, the dustpan, what is that called? Different farming equipment. The different farming equipment that was invented by Black people. The light bulb was Black people had a part in that, and it's just the list go on and on. Trying to think what else. So I'm gonna continue to put some more history stuff on here. It just I gotta really find this stuff because obviously they don't want us to know about our history as Black people, but I've been following different YouTube channels and been actually learning a lot of history that they don't teach in school or people don't talk about really. So I'm gonna continue to drop here and now on Black history as I learn. I'll be able to share with you guys. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and to be honest, hey, we ain't gonna see out our own stuff, but hey, we just continue to love on each other. And I always say, as Black people, if we stick together like our ancestors did back in the day, ain't nothing no person, no race can do. Because the Black people stuck together back in the slavery time, and they actually took action in their own hands with Harriet Tubman, a lady known as Miss Rose. I don't know her first name. Frederick Douglass. Different people in our history put their lives on the line. They didn't stand for the foolishness. They made a difference, and they knew the consequences. They knew the repercussions that come with it, but they stand bold and firm. And And I mean, we still doing stuff as black people. We still doing great things now. They don't put in news because the news pick and choose what they want to put out to the public, whatever. But we still doing great things now. We got different black businesses, black lawyers, black doctors, black judges, and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, they can't stop us. And I know people say Trump trying to bring Jim Crow and this and that, but trying to stop vote. But guess what? They can't stop us because God always make a way for us to overcome whatever they try to do. So we just gotta continue to stand strong, stand firm, come together. Because if we don't respect ourselves as a community, other people ain't gonna respect us. So if we come together first, respect each other, love each other like we once did, then other communities, other people and races can't stand a chance against us. So it starts with us. But the thing is, as I'm learning about different things that went on in history, especially in black history, we had a lot of black people, men and women, that didn't run away, that stood firm, that took a lot of crap, but became pioneers of whoever it was. And I'm just talking right now because as I'm learning this, things just popping in my head. What I've been learning over the years is that, our ancestors, they didn't allow nothing to stop them. I mean, they had obstacles way worse than what we have now, but they didn't allow the obstacle to stop them. They didn't allow the circumstance stop them. They continue to be great. They continue to be pioneers, as I said earlier, and they continue to make a legacy and stamp their inventions, their style, their mind, their brains and stuff into history. Y'all gonna see when I be bringing more history stuff on this channel. But Juneteenth, that's what's up. Me, I don't celebrate holidays, to be honest. Most of the time I be working on holidays, or I just really not something I really do. Like I say, I celebrate being black every day. Every day is a black day to me. I mean, and people gonna disagree, but we don't need no month or no day to that try to dictate. I mean, not dictate. I try to what's it called? We don't need no month or no day that is set for us to celebrate our history. We should celebrate every day. But I understand why we have. Well, I don't understand, but I have a lot of understanding, a little bit of understanding of why we have Black History Month, and I understand why we have Juneteenth. Hey, I'm all for it. You want to celebrate it? Hey, I ain't gonna stop nobody. I ain't gonna judge nobody for celebrating something that's made big history and continue to make a legacy. Hey, all for it. But I just say every day is our history. We celebrate our history every day with the different inventions, with the different style of music we listen to, the different fashion we have, different, just everything that was particularly invented and created and have our ancestors' legacies and brains and qualities and our ancestors' intelligence in it. So every day to me is a black holiday. I celebrate being black every day. So some people gonna agree, some people gonna disagree, but I don't think we need a month or a day, because it's every day. So I just say let's continue to uplift each other, to continue to celebrate, and hey, this is good. I love learning. Like I said, I love learning history, and I love learning something new that actually worth something. So let me know in the comment section what y'all thought of the video. What y'all y'all had any comments or anything, any questions on what I said, let me know in the comment section. I have time, I'll answer the questions or I'll read the comments. So y'all let me know. God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit love you. And y'all stay safe, stay out of trouble. Have a great weekend. And, man, I love y'all. And continue to hit that like, that share, and subscribe. We out, man. Peace.